Ever seen a phone like that?
What is this?
It's an Oppo phone.
What is this?
This should be exactly what I think it is. So I've heard great things about ColorOS. This is my first time ever trying an Oppo phone. This comes with a case, a bunch of manual safety guide. Then I guess we have the phone itself. Oh god, this is really nice. So we got a USB-C to USB-A. This here is an 80-watt power brick. That's really nice. Well, this feels really expensive. Alright, so I guess SIM card on, that's the last thing we need to do. And today is November 10th, Sunday, 11 a.m. We're gonna get to try this for an entire week. I'm kinda excited, to be honest. This is freaking cool. November 11th, it's 9:48. Yesterday I just spent some time with the phone, setting it up randomly, just quickly, just to start playing with it. A lot of people on the internet have been loving ColorOS. ColorOS 15 seems like it's going to be absolutely amazing according to Twitter. A lot of people on Twitter are like so excited about this phone. So today I am 100% going just to put my SIM card into it, and I'm going to migrate all my stuff from my daily phone to this one. Copying files from another Android phone to ColorOS is a joke. That day I spent it discovering what this OS has to offer. It's literally my first time using an Oppo phone, and not only that, but I've never used ColorOS before. Side note, phone gets hot while setting it up, but nothing I've never seen with any other phone. What's crazy though is the amount of people that love this operating system. I had to watch a few videos to help me understand it further, and I did. I mean, between taking phone calls, playing with the UI, enjoying how insanely well done global search is, connecting my server, and just modifying the UI to make it all feel mine, this year was going to be the phone I was going to be using for the next week. Well, there's not much to comment other than the fact that the phone looks absolutely gorgeous. I have to get something annoying done today. I'll show you guys what that is. It's kind of sad. I literally just want to copy paste the phone number. Look at this. Screenshot. Man, extract content. Look at that. Freaking wild. Bam. That is amazing. Send message. Color UI has a bunch of like really cool screenshot gestures, and like with AI, you can do so freaking much. Pretty cool. This is what I gotta do today. Fix this bumper. From the condo to the shop I was fixing the car at, and going back to the office, you know what I quickly realized? This is probably the best size for a phone you can get. It's a bit smaller than the iPhone 16 Plus by 0.10 inches diagonally. It's got a glass back with an aluminum frame that makes it all weight about 193 grams, a camera bump that is minimal, and a thickness of 7.9 millimeters. I really feel like Oppo killed it with this design, considering this is their level entry phone within the Find X line. These are some of the pictures I took today. The camera this phone has is unbelievable. This was taken in like a really dark room. Look at how nice it turned out. Man, it's so nice. It's only been day one for me, right? Just day one. I gotta keep playing with ColorOS. Play with some of the AI tools that this has, because it's so freaking cool being able to actually use those things in real life. Yeah, we are at 35%, and we started the day with 80%, if I recall. Not bad. I'm gonna do a proper battery test throughout the days and see how it behaves. Keep you guys posted. 825, 65%. It's currently 8 a.m. I just get my phone plugged so I could have 100% for the whole day, because I do want to do a battery test. I'm excited to see how long this lasts, because last night I was at the gym at 6:40 something, and I was running 13%. At the end of my gym session, I think it was 7:50. I don't remember the hours, but I was at like 5%. It was good. I was in low power mode, so it wasn't too bad. But today I really want to do a proper battery test and see how long this thing lasts, because I've been using it a lot. It's my daily phone. Excited.
Yeah, screen every nerd that walked in. Maybe you're gonna do that regular.
I do want to talk a bit about the display because Tuesday when I was going to the office, I decided to do a small display test. So this is what the display looks like at full brightness under the shade versus what it looks like when you are under the sun. This here is a 6.59 inch AMOLED display pushing 1256 by 2760 pixels that delivers 120 Hz with a 460 ppi density and small bezels. And I find the display settings that ColorOS has to deliver are actually, they're pretty insane. Already that global search works so well and is able to display an abundant amount of features. Well, that makes it just great. This is how I ended up finding the always on feature, so I tweaked that to my liking, and how I was able to set up a higher resolution output, which made the display look so much better. ColorOS 15 really has a bunch of cool features that allows you to really let you tweak your display settings and other cool things you'll see as the week goes by. Just gonna set 120 Hz to always be on. That's probably gonna eat my battery life a lot more. Currently it's 11:12 a.m. I'm at 79%. I've been mainly trying to just get some inspiration on social media. I've been filming a bit here and there with the phone for socials. Like I said, today I'm gonna be keeping track of battery life and I'm gonna report back to you at night. I have some other stuff to do today. I need to get out of the way, taking advantage of this day since the production is not too crazy.
But now you're saying you have to go, just like a lightning from a
Just came to see my guy to get my trickle charger because I'm storing the Porsche. So I just gotta plug it in during the winter so the battery doesn't die. There he is, my guy. So while I was at the dealership, I decided to take some photos with the phone. I tried a few focal lengths, the 24mm to compare to the 28mm and the 35mm respectively. The 6X doesn't look bad at all, and the 3X as well. I also wanted to show you how well ColorOS processes photos. Take a look at this ultra wide RAW and ultra wide processed picture. It's pretty cool. My favorite pictures though were at the Ferrari dealership that was nearby. Those turned out real nice, and I also got to see a LaFerrari. That was a big plus. I just came to my local Ferrari dealership because I was close. I took some pictures. LaFerrari in yellow. Oh my god. Look how nice this looks. The image processing on this phone, Oppo, I really like it. I've been also just testing the camera quite a lot today. I'm at 60% and it's 12:55. Yo, and I'm so full, bro. 2 massive burgers I had. It's currently 2:45. I'm at 40%. I'm gonna make a really cool cinematic, so I'm not gonna be on my phone too much. I'm gonna find like some trendy song. That's all I gotta do on Instagram, so I can start shooting. I'm gonna get to it. 540.
I always wish anyone like nothing but the best.
And I have to say I've been on YouTube quite a lot today just because I've been running podcasts off YouTube and I keep the screen on because I don't pay for YouTube Premium, even though I should probably pay for YouTube Premium. And the phone has been able to take it like a champ, so I really like that. I also used my camera quite a bit today, so I'm also very happy with that. Anyways, I'm gonna chill for tonight. I'm gonna put this on charge and I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is what I hate about the winter. 6:30 and it's still sort of dark outside. I remember that day. My priority was to just dive into ColorOS as much as possible. I wrote down so many things just so I can talk about them. Things that I've realized as my days have been going by. So ColorOS 15. In general, the appeal this OS gives at first glance is that it tries to be as efficient as it can be. Carried over from ColorOS 14, you got Trinity Engine. This is the first thing I dove into when I got the phone, by the way. I realized that this is what manages computer resources, memory, storage to make the UI smoother and quicker. That's what this whole performance tab does for you. And with the ROM visualization, you can clean up to 21 gigabytes of storage space. For a lot of people, it doesn't seem to be anything groundbreaking, but I guess it's really sick to have. Just like you have this optional RAM expansion feature, but my Find X8 has 16 gigabytes of RAM, so I don't really want to dig into storage to borrow memory from it. like ever actually. It could make things slow, but it's there if you really need it. ColorOS as a whole is just well compartmentalized, I find. I love being able to set a split view within my control center to separate my utility apps from my notifications. Specific app refresh rate is also something that can help your battery life throughout your day. Always on is really customizable. On top of that, with ColorOS 15, they got these new Flux themes that add a bit of life to your phone as a whole. As my days have been going by though, I realized how nice the UI feels and how easy the UX is. When within the app, you can easily swipe up with 3 fingers to split screen views. This is the easiest point of entry for multitasking I've personally experienced up to now. My favorite gesture though is 3-finger screenshot with swipe down. I think it was Tuesday, but I discovered this by accident because I wanted to extract a phone number from a conversation because I was too lazy to note it down. Extracting content from a screenshot, whether it's images or text, is insanely easy. And better yet, if needed, you can easily auto-pixelate screenshots. Well, that's awesome. By the way, the 3-finger hold for partial screenshots is very clever. That's cool. What else have I discovered? Oh yeah, their one-handed home screen navigation, mint, and you can combine this with the swipe down feature on the navigation bar for one-handed mode as well. And finally, a UI that properly implements an auto brightness toggle. This comes in so clutch sometimes. I really like this. I've also never seen animations like these. Like, look at this, how quick this is. Crazy quick. That's so cool. On top of that, all my animation skills are set to 0.5x, so everything's like really quick, really snappy. I really like that. As a whole, it's a really cool UI. I really like the interaction it delivers when you are like, I don't know, like moving icons around. It has this little pop to it. The volume slider too, it's pretty cool. When you reach caps, when the sliders, they sort of move a bit. The fingerprint sensor too, you can actually change that animation to customize it to the way you want. Well, they have these presets, but it's really nice. Anyways, today what I'm going to do is that I'm going to be messing around with the camera a bit more. I want to take some pictures and play with the AI tools it has. Tomorrow I'll do a proper camera review. Jan has some things to shoot today, so I'm going to be helping him get that out of the way for him. Toby, you got scared? I just came to see my cat for a bit. Then I'm just going to head out to help Jan shoot his stuff, do some more work, and then head out to eat a bit. I think today I've been on my phone a lot more than yesterday. I do find that battery's depleting quite faster. Not only did I increase resolution yesterday, but I changed a few things with my UI and the settings. I also used it a lot to post on Instagram. I was going through my posts and preparing the posts and everything, and I was also going back and forth between my computer, my server, the phone, so I can edit the video I literally just posted on TikTok a few minutes ago. So I mean, I guess it's kind of normal, but at the same time, it's 1 p.m. and I'm at 42%. I'm honestly just trying to gauge battery life for you guys. How are you, Toby? Compared to other OSs, the one thing I found ColorOS to do really well is its AI functionality, and the sidebar really integrates that super well. When browsing the net or answering text, you can easily access the AI tools to reply with some AI functionalities. As I'm doing this voiceover, it's actually been 3 weeks I've been using the phone, and there has been many times I've been in either meetings, inspection for houses, or just in situations that generally don't allow me to be on the phone much, and I've taken advantage of that by using the AI reply feature to properly generate some good replies. It's almost like having a personal ghostwriter with you all the time. It's pretty crazy. You can also take this to a whole new level and use AI Writer within your documents. Earlier on at the office, I realized that it's a feature that works really well on social media apps like Instagram. I was able to generate text based on tone, check spelling mistakes where needed, and even help me rewrite my caption with some options because I was out of ideas. AI Summary is also a feature that can be really nice to use. Back at the office planning Jan's shot list for his work, what I did like the most, and I wish it was a feature implemented within Google Keeps, is their AI assistant with Oppo Notes. It's so good and it works so well. It was easily able to format my notes for his shoot. I could easily clean them up, polish them, or continue writing if I wanted to. I did use it to elaborate instead of shorten in order to give us a few more ideas of shots we could come up with. Look at this stuff. I can't make this up. Right now I'm back at the office. I'm going to help Jan finish his reels. But if I want to go ahead and continue writing, okay, because I'm running out of ideas for shots or anything like so, you can do so, and it'll generate some shots, which is very, very, very cool. I really like that. Then if you like it, you can decide to either try again, refine, copy, and insert, but you can delete it as well. And then you can also bring some of those features in a way within their new built-in document viewer, which is really, really cool. Let me show you. This works best when you have a .docx document to edit. With these, you can easily tap on the AI assistant for documents and choose some of the following options in here. Like for example, summary, which will summarize your entire document for you. Incredibly useful if you are reading a house inspection report, which, as I'm doing this voiceover again, I just came back from. Or even better, to continue writing, which will analyze the doc, continue writing it for you, and paste that information within the document itself. There is quite a lot more things you can use AI to do within these docs. You're going where?
Oh, don't worry, we'll take care of that.
Do you take Amex? I've been trying to figure out TikTok for the longest time. This is why I've been trying this new format that sort of works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. I just feel like it's the topics that I'm talking about that drive views, of course. I really like phones at the moment, so I feel like maybe if I stick with phones, it could be a good thing for my TikTok page.
We can be at the haunted tunnel. We're traveling to Vegas. Something amazing. You know, I'm able to do. Yeah. So, I also do.
I don't know if you saw, but I plugged my phone at around 9:24 a.m. and with its native brick at 80 watts, it took around 35 minutes to fully charge. That's just wild, honestly. ColorOS also helps you with charging limits and smart charging. If you go within the settings, you can set a charging limit of 80% to help you protect your battery health. And you can also use smart charging to slow down charging time to further safeguard battery health. Now, according to my battery usage, I realized yesterday I really used the phone a lot more than Tuesday. I had to charge it when I got to the office before leaving to the gym and my girl's soccer game. Look, living with ColorOS has been dope. I've been really getting used to the UI a lot. I also realized last night by accident this has floating windows. I was trying to close an app and I floated that window by accident. It's cool because you can easily resize it if you need it, expand it, full screen it, dock it if you need to keep it active. By the way, you can dock up to 2 windows and close it, of course. Look guys, on the smart sidebar that allows you to have quick access to shortcuts and tools, to the file dock that allows you to store text and images, I feel like usability, power efficiency, and proper UI is what ColorOS 15 tries to do every day for me. Although when it wants to be powerful, it can be powerful. Here, I'm out here trying. I'm gonna take here using the Oppo, then we can put these sides. It's 11:33, right on time because I booked a haircut with my boy last minute last night. We wanted to go to Greece originally. Yeah. New haircut. I just gotta wash my hair and flatten the top. Here's a cool thing about the AI reply feature is that if you're in a pinch and you need to answer someone, you know, it's just so easy to just generate replies. I really, really, really like that. Like literally when I was getting my haircut, I'm like, oh my god, AI reply. I can literally just use this, send a quick message. Anyhow, I'm gonna go see my cat.
I remember the days all those years ago that
By the way, the camera for social media really good actually. ColorOS 15's photo editor is really, really solid. So look at this. If I bring any of the pictures I've taken this week, I can easily edit them, right? But within the editor, there is an AI editor with 4 AI modes: enhance clarity, AI eraser, unblur, and remove reflections. The remove reflections, it really mind-boggled me. It's actually really impressive what it's able to do. For me, it's a tool that can come in so handy, especially when taking POV photos of devices that generate reflections, or just taking pictures in general where windows can add unwanted artifacts and disrupt images. The same thing goes with the AI eraser, which is also really good. In tricky situations, it can develop images really well. Outside of this review week, during these past few weeks, I've been using it quite a lot to just remove objects I forget to take away from compositions. I like using it on cars sometimes if I want to remove certain unwanted background objects, but removing people as a whole is just so impressive, and it's a good feature to have in crowded areas that I find ruins the composition of pictures. On something a bit less tricky, you can either use the smart lasso to circle things you want removed without being precise. You can either paint over them with a paint over feature, or have it on auto, which also works really well. Like you guys saw though, if you give the feature a few tries, it can work like a charm. The unblur too, it's really not bad at all. What I really like, unlike some other OSs, is that smart image mating is solid. You can actually lift multiple subjects right out of a photo. ColorOS is capable of detecting each subject in a photo and accurately cutting them out, even if they are a bit more complex. And you can even view them and edit them within the editor app. It works well. I was just going through and rendering this week's video, which is the dev setup. Now I'm going through some of your comments because I asked you guys what you wanted to know about my Oppo experience. You guys know Sunday is my last day with this phone, so it'll be a week since I've started to use it. So Sunday I'm just gonna sit down and talk about my experience, just like as an overall. But today what I want to do is really test the cameras as much as possible because I really like them up to now, although I haven't really put them to the test. So I feel like between today and tomorrow, I'll be taking a bunch of photos and videos with this. Before I went out there, I just wanted to go over this camera module. This here is the all-new Hasselblad master camera system, and what I love about it is that all the sensors in here are 50 megapixels. You've got the 24mm wide camera paired with a 73mm periscope telephoto lens, which is the 3x, and then the ultra wide at 15mm with 120 FOV. All of these with Hasselblad color calibration. When it comes to video, this setup can shoot 4K at 30, 60 frames per second, 1080p at 30, 60 to 140 frames per second with HDR and 10-bit video, as well as Dolby Vision. All these formats stabilizes the image with Gyro EIS, which is their image stabilization technology. This just uses a gyroscope sensor to detect motion and then digitally stabilizes the footage. Then comes the selfie camera. Super simple, it's a 32 megapixel sensor with a 21mm wide focal length with the ability to shoot 4K at 30 and 60 frames per second video and 1080p at 30 and 60 frames per second. So that's what we are dealing with here. Overall, it's great. The camera settings has a bunch of really good settings. Watermarks that I've been using in this video to communicate some of the specs related to the pictures. You also have your composition assistant, which I enjoy using. You can tweak your preserved settings, and there are other settings within the photo, video, and handy features tabs that just allow your camera experience to be tweaked to your liking. One of those is the DOC scanner, the dock scanner. I talked about that earlier. That's located all the way in the more section. But if you really want to shoot raw, you need to go all the way to master and enable it. There's just so much you can play with here.
Real nice, I'm a centerfold. Make them take me to the mall and cop 10 of those. I don't want your man, I ain't in a. Got a big, real soft like a dinner roll.
Okay.
So, yeah, this AGM, you have a lithium battery.
Okay.
Positive is only on the left side of
Right.
the positive, and your negative will be there. You see it?
Okay, yeah. I connect everything first and then I plug it to the wall.
Process. Start the car first.
I had taken some photos at the dealership, all kinds of photos really. I appreciate Porsche Prestige always being so good to me when I pass by. I went back to the office Friday afternoon. On my way I saw the very first Ferrari I'd like to own in my lifetime. Here is a raw picture on the left and an edited picture on the right. The sunset. This phone is able to capture some real nice sunsets, that I will say. At night, the photos are also not bad at all. Saturday, I took the day off and mainly spent it with my dad. I saw this cool building they were building downtown and took some pictures across the entire native focal range of this phone. I find the pictures to be really crisp, honestly, especially when taking pictures of buildings. And then Sunday, well, here is how Sunday went. For the most part, I work every Sunday, or at least almost every Sunday. I usually come in to make sure that today's video goes live properly. All my assets for today goes live properly on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And then I just sort of find the week ahead, or I finish some stuff that I have to do. Like today, for example, I have to do... Listen, what I wanted today was to round off this video. I really want to spend my Sunday with the phone a bit more. I've been using it the entire week non-stop. I just want to give it one more day. But tomorrow, I'll round this off. I'll give my opinion, my feedback, what I like, what I don't like, and we'll leave it at that. Yeah, when you're like, anything is gonna just make you go like, you know? Well, my phone's about to die. I'm at 4%, so I'm gonna go charge it. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go charge it. So today is final thoughts, baby. Been a great experience. Not a perfect experience, but it's been a great experience. Kind of really liked it. Okay, let's start with the bad. Sometimes I get these weird TikTok glitches. The notification bar just sort of disappears on me. Plus, I'm not sure if this is normal, but TikTok is literally installed twice on my phone. One with my account logged in and the other one without. It's a bit odd, not sure if that's a thing with ColorOS. Delayed push notifications. Someone asked me about this. It's not a thing, it hasn't been my experience at all. However, my only gripe with phones that mainly support the Asian market is just that there aren't many North American apps that are supported by their own dynamic island. Like every time I would order from Uber Eats, for example, I didn't have a quick way to access the status of my order. The same thing goes when I was phoning someone. I did wish multiple times that it lived on top and I didn't have to swipe down, swipe left to notifications and like access the call through there. The YouTube app UI sort of freezes. Not YouTube itself, mainly the video windows when browsing YouTube and watching content. It won't let you neither close it or pause it. Haptic feedback motors could be better. It feels better than my iPhone, but not as good as my Pixel. I feel like this could be just as good as the Pixel. I also did experience weird disconnections with Android Auto. However, connecting this phone to it is so much faster than any other phone I've had. And what I mean about that is that, let's say the phone disconnects for some reason, or I have to disconnect it, or I walk away from the car while it's turned on and it disconnects. Connecting it again is just so freaking quick. The last three things I do want to mention, these are kind of small, but I do wish the native file system had the possibility to directly connect to a server. I also wish that the extract content within a screenshot was a bit easier by implementing text handles to easily scroll through text. And the last one, I think the camera stabilization is good, but the feature itself doesn't change much. Overall though, great camera system. The processing is so freaking good. The photos feel so polished and they don't feel fake in my opinion. I found ColorOS 15 to be honestly great, and the software overall doesn't feel heavy at all. I got to enjoy the AI features it offers. The camera app is great. I love how when you close all the apps, it tells you how much RAM you've freed up. Battery from 5% to 1% can last for quite a while, so that's cool. I love the split view for the notifications panel and control center. There's just a lot ColorOS and the Find X8 do right in my opinion. That being said, if you have any questions, like anything, literally just ask me down below and I'll answer it. If you have questions about the OS itself, the phone itself, I'll be more than glad to answer them. I really got to live this whole week with this phone and I absolutely loved it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for the algorithm. We're trying to hit 500,000 subscribers, 1 million, and then 10 million. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next Sunday, I believe. Take care.